English with me. Today, in this session, we shall understand the usage of the simple present tense, how the simple present tense is used and where the simple present tense is used. I'll just draw a timeline to make it clear. We are here now. We are here in the present. Now, that is in the present. Whatever will happen after the present, whatever happens after the present is going to be the future, and whatever had already happened is going to be the past. So what is happening now is in the present. Let us understand the structure of the sentence when we are using it in the simple present tense. The structure will be subject plus is and are plus object. So the structure will be subject followed with is and are. Depending upon the subject, you can make use of is, am or are followed with an object. Suppose if I say father, so father, is, am, are the be forms which are used in the simple present tense. Father, singular, so I am making use of is. Father is in the office. Father is in the office. They are at the bank. They are at the bank. They is the subject and are the be forms used in the simple present tense, and this will be the structure of the sentence when we are using it in the simple present tense. The same thing when you want to ask in the form of a question, the questions which are used in the simple present tense will be are. So first you need to take is, am, are. So I have taken are they at the bank? Are they at the bank? So here we are going to use the be forms first, followed with the subject and then ending with the object. If I take the sentence is father in the office. Is father in the office. So that was the structure of a sentence when we are going to use it in the simple present tense, and when you are going to frame it into a question, the structure will be is, am, are plus subject followed with an object. And the be forms which are used in the simple present tense is, am and are. The next structure of the sentence will be subject plus V1 plus object. Subject plus V1 plus you can take the object. Here the verb should be in the base form. The verb which follows the subject should be in the base form. For example, she reads the book. She reads the book. She followed with the verb reads the book. They go to office. They go to office. Here I have used the verb go, which is there in the simple present. She goes to the market. Here again the verb goes. Mother prepares food. Mother prepares food. So observe these sentences. She reads the book. Subject followed with a verb and an object. They go to office. Verb go. She goes to the market. The verb is goes. Mother prepares food. The verb is prepares. As I told you, the verb should be used in the V1 formation, that is in the base form. But just observe it. Here I have taken S with the verb, whereas here I have taken the verb as it is, and here I have taken ES along with the verb, and again here S. So, depending upon the subject, the verbs will change. Let us understand how we change the verbs when we are going to change the subjects. For the verbs that end in O, CH, SH, SS, X and Z, we need to add ES to it. For example, when I say go, it ends with the letter O, so it should change to goes. It should change to goes. If I say push, ending with SH, so it should be P-U-S-H-E-S, pushes, because the verb is ending with the letters S and H. If I take the verb kiss, if I take the verb kiss, it ends with the letter SS, so I take kisses. If I take the word buzz, if I take the word buzz ending with Z, we say buzzes. If I take the word catch, if I take the verb catch ending with CH, we make it to catches. So, whenever the verbs are ending with O, CH, SH, SS, X and Z, we add ES to those verbs. For verbs ending in a consonant plus Y, we need to remove the Y and add IES to it. For example, if I take the verb cry, prior to Y, we have the consonant R. We have the consonant R. So in this case, we cut this Y. So just add CR, and instead of this Y, we substitute it with cries, IES. So it becomes cries. If I take TRY, try. So what I do? This Y I shall be cutting it off because there is a consonant over here, and TR, simply write TR, and instead of Y, make use of IES. So the verb will be changed to tries. This is a case when you have a consonant. But suppose if you have a vowel, play. Here the vowel is before Y, we have a vowel. So when there is a vowel, this rule will not be applicable. Simply, you need to add S along with this word. Suppose if I take the word say. So because before Y, we have a vowel A. So S-A-Y, and simply add the letter S to it. If you take the word buy, the verb buy, prior to this there is a vowel. So what you do? B-U-Y-S. So this IS rule will be applicable only when before Y we have a consonant. But before Y, if we have a vowel, simply we need to make use of the letter S. So play will become plays. Say becomes says. Buy becomes buys. The structure of the sentence in the simple present tense was subject plus V1 plus an object. So this is a structure when we make use of the simple present tense. So she reads a book. She reads a book. Now this I need to change into a question. How do we do it? For the simple present tense, for making a question, we make use of the helping verbs do and does. We make use of the helping verbs do and does. So how do we make it? Because reads is there in the present, we make use of the helping verb do and does to make a question. So because it is she, put the subject before the helping verb. So she. So does. Does she read? Does she read a book? Does she read a book? They sing a song. They sing a song. When I want to change it to the question, sing, and they will come here. Because it is they, make use of do. Do they sing a song? Do they sing a song? So, whenever the statements are converted to the questions, we make use of the helping verbs do and does. And just see here, she, the verb is reads. But when I have converted into a question, the verb will retain the base form. No need to add s or is along with the verb. For example here, they sing a song. So when I am converting it to the question, do they sing a song? So for the questions, the verb will be in the base form without adding is or es to it. We have learnt the structure of a sentence as well as a question when we are using it in the simple present tense. Now let us understand where the simple present tense is used. For repeated or regular actions in the present time period. So what all activities are happening regularly in the present, in such cases we make use of the simple present tense. For example, I go to the office by bus. I go to the office by bus. So this is my repeated action because repeatedly I go to the office, regular activity because regularly we need to go to the office. In such cases, we make use of the simple present tense. I go to the office by bus. So I take a bus to the office regularly. The bus, there is a bus to my village every hour. There is a bus to my village every hour. So that is repeatedly. So every hour the bus will go to your village. So in the cases where the actions are repeated or the actions are regular, we make use of the simple present tense. Simple present tense is also used when we talk of facts and truth. Let us understand this with some examples. The President of India lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan. The President of India lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan, which is a fact. We say the crow is black. That again is a fact, that is a truth, that the crow is black. The crow cannot be of any other color, that is a fact or the truth. Water turns to ice at 0 degree. Water turns to ice at 0 degree. That is again it is a fact, it is a truth that once it's 0 degree, beyond that 0 degree, water will turn to ice. Water is in liquid state at room temperature. Again, this is a a truth that when it is a room temperature, water is in the liquid state. Whereas at 0 degree, beyond 0 degree, it will turn to ice. So these are the facts. The President of India lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Again, is the truth or the accepted fact. So whenever we are going to talk about the facts and truth, we need to make use of the simple present tense. Simple present tense is also used when we talk about a habit of a person. What as a habit, what we do on a regular basis. For example, I say, I like to have a dessert after a meal. I like to have a dessert after a meal. That means it's my habit. As soon as the meal is over, I like to have a dessert. So when you are going to talk about the habits, that time we make use of the simple present tense. I go to the park on weekends. Again, this is a habit with me. Every weekend, I have a habit of going to the park. So whenever we talk of the habits too, we make use of the simple present tense. Whenever we talk of an unchanging or a permanent situations, we make use of the simple present tense. For example, you are in a job, you are working in Bangalore and you are in a job. So that will not be for a temporary basis, that will be mostly for on a permanent basis. So whenever we are going to do it on a permanent basis for a longer period of time, we make use of the simple present tense. For example, I say, I work in Bangalore. I work in Bangalore, because the process of working cannot be changed frequently. So when you start working in a company or anyway, we tend to work for some years or some months. So the situations will be permanent for a certain period of time. We make use of the simple present tense. Again, I say, I live in Coimbatore. I live in Coimbatore. So this is my permanent residence. Maybe I may go out and I come back, but my permanent residence will be Coimbatore, which I am going to stay for a longer period of time. So whenever we are going to talk of an unchanging situations or a permanent situation which is going to be there for a longer period of time, we make use of the simple present tense. Again, when we need to give instructions or directions, we make use of the simple present tense. For example, I say, go to the kitchen and get a glass of water. Go to the kitchen and get a glass of water. So this is going to be an instruction. Go and do it. So when you are going to give instructions to a person to do a particular act, we make use of the simple present tense. See the movie. It is very thrilling. See that movie. It is very thrilling. Again, you are instructing someone to see the movie because it is thrilling. So in such cases where the instructions are given or directions. For example, walk straight and then turn to the left. Walk straight and then turn to the left. Again, you are going to give directions to somebody to walk straight and then turn to the left. In such cases too, we make use of the simple present tense. One more example. Walk on the left side of the road. Walk on the left side of the road. Again, it is an instruction given to a person. So when we are instructing somebody or giving directions to somebody, in such cases, make use of the simple present tense. Some actions or activities may be planned for the future and the date is set aside for it. In such cases too, we can make use of the simple present tense. For example, the HM retires next week. The HM retires next week. So next week is any time period in the future, but we make use of it in the present tense because the date of his retirement is fixed. It is arranged. So whenever the date for the future is fixed or arranged, in that case also we can make use of the simple present tense. One more example. The exhibition ends in a week. The exhibition ends in a week. So again, the date of an exhibition ending in 1 week is already scheduled. Even though it is there in the future, we make use of it in the present because the date when the exhibition will end is already planned. Your classes begins next week. So anytime next week your classes are scheduled to begin, but the date is already announced. So again we make use of it in the present. The proverbs in English are again used in the simple present tense. For example, as you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. The verb sow is in the present. So whenever we are going to write any proverbs, the proverbs are always written in the present. Time and tide wait for none. It's a proverb. So the proverbs again should be used only in the simple present tense. All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold is again a proverb. So the proverbs, as I told you, should always be in the simple present tense. In this session, we have learnt where the simple present tense is used and how the simple present tense is used. We have learnt about the structure of the sentence as well as the question when we are using it in the simple present tense. Now here I have given a list of words, that is the key words which is used in the simple present tense every day. So regularly, on a regular basis which you are doing, we can make use of every day, which is a positive word. Every day I take milk. Daily, again is a positive word. Daily I meet her in the market. Sometimes, means not daily, occasionally. So this is neutral, we can say. Sometimes I meet her in the park. Always. I always have a cup of coffee after a meal. Usually. Usually I wake up late on Sundays. Generally. Generally I don't talk to strangers. Often. I often go to the market on Sundays. Occasionally. Means very rare. Occasionally I meet her in the function. So these are what you say. Very rare or rare occurrences. We can make use of the word occasionally, seldom, rarely, hardly ever and never. I seldom meet her at the party. There is very rare chances of meeting her at the party. I rarely meet her at the party. Again, your chances of meeting her at the parties are very rare. I hardly ever meet her at the party. Again, it is a negative way that you are not going to meet her at the party. And I never meet anyone during my life. I hope you understood how to make use of the simple present tense. And I have already given you the keywords. So when a sentence is accompanied with any of these words, that would be in the simple present tense. So look for these words when you are going to find out the simple present tense, which should be very helpful to you. I hope this video was useful. I shall meet you with more such videos. Till then, keep practicing.